Hey, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar, and today we're looking at a very cool guitar. This is the Brent Mason Signature, and I literally just got this thing out of the box 20 minutes ago. I was so excited about seeing it, and I'll get into this legendary guitar as soon as you subscribe below. Thank you. So here's why I'm so excited about the Brent Mason Signature. I'm a Nashville guitar player, and literally every Nashville guitar player owes Brent Mason a debt of gratitude. He is the guy that set the bar unattainably high that we've all been shooting for. And when I moved to Nashville in the 90s, one of the first things I did when I made some money was try to put together a guitar like his Signature. It's got a bender in it, 3 pickups, etc., because we all knew that we couldn't ever play like Brent, but we thought if we at least sounded like him, we'd book more work. And so it's really exciting that Fender went to great lengths to recreate his guitar, his true Signature. So it started, Brent had a 67 Telecaster that he just played forever. And he did a ton of mods to it, I think mostly through Joe Glazer. First, my favorite mod is this Joe Glazer B-bender. I've got several of Joe's benders because they work amazingly well. They're expressive. They're kind of bulletproof. But essentially, for those of you who don't know about them, it's this mechanism right here. Now, like my old Parsons White, as you can see, that took out a ton of wood, whereas Joe's B-bender is just it's very minor. Very little wood taken out, doesn't change the tone as far as I can tell, and it's deadly accurate. So essentially you pull down on the neck, which raises this lever, and that will raise the B string. And you can tune it. There's a little tuner back here to make sure that it goes exactly to a B. So it's great because it gives you all those pedal steel licks you always wanted. Come on, man. How much fun is that? So that's my favorite mod. Next, you've got this weird picket configuration. So these are all Seymour Duncan pickups. Mini humbucker in the neck. And Brent is a real jazzy cat. I mean, his country stuff, he's on thousands of albums. But his country stuff is what's made, what made him a legend. But you got to hear the guy play jazz, particularly on this guitar. Roll that down a little bit. Just a great jazzy warm tone. So that's the neck pickup. great jazzy tone. The middle pickup, this is where it gets interesting. So the controls, and this is really known as the Brent Mason mod that all of us were doing back in the day. I had it on this guitar at one point. So you've got a standard three-way switch like a Telecaster, but this middle knob right here is a volume just for the middle pickup. So to get to the middle pickup, you have to turn it on like that. Now, if you turn it on like, if you bring up the volume on that and then down the master volume, you got it by itself. You know, and that's a hot stack Stratocaster middle pickup from Seymour Duncan. So that's very cool. But you mix it with, like, say, the neck. Pretty cool, right? Finally, our final pickup is a Seymour Duncan vintage stack Telecaster bridge. And again, let me take off that middle pickup. You can hear it by itself. Now that's just plugged straight into this, this deluxe Tone Master, mic for the 57 and going into an Apollo Twin. But if I add a little bit of dirt to it, I've got a little overdrive, a Strymon overdrive down here, and then a delay. Put a little dirt on it. And where it gets even more interesting, you can pull this push-pull up, and it's now not stacked. It's great. And what I really dig is when you can put all three together. It's just a great tone. Anyway, that's a great tone to be able to get all three at once. So essentially, they recreated Brent's famous 67 tele. It's a 67-ish neck with a C shape, 7.25 radius. Locking tuners, which I think is a really cool upgrade. That helps a lot. And it's just like Brent's. Other details include this primer gray satin lacquer finish on an ash body, just like Brent's. So Brent, I think, is actually painted with car paint. And it's a cool story. If you watch his rig rundown, in fact, check it out, because he talks a lot about this guitar and how he got it. And he plays it, of course, which you got to hear that. Anyway, so good on you, Fender. I've been excited about this guitar for a long time. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Instagram, have the magazine sent right to your house. It's John Bollinger. Till next time.